Spent this weekend in Japan, wishing U.S. and Japanese troops a happy Memorial Day. I guess he didn't read how the war broke down and why we celebrate Memorial Day. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But while news broke that North Korea's Kim Jong-un had recently tested more missiles, the test didn't concern him. But he did have some thoughts on the dictator's view of American politics. Take a look.
Kim Jong-un made a statement that Joe Biden is a low IQ individual. He probably is, based on his record. I think I agree with him on that. But I can tell you that Joe Biden was a disaster. His administration with President Obama, they were basically a disaster when it came to so many things, whether it was economy, whether it was military defense, no matter what it was. They had a lot of problems. So I'm not a fan.
So,
wow.
Is this, I mean, I think about all the people who have been on foreign soil and said something like the Dixie Chicks. Dixie Chicks got their behind kicked for criticizing because they were away from America, criticizing Americans. People pissed off. Several other folks have done the same thing, and I'm waiting for the big uproar. I haven't heard a big old stinky, ugly uproar saying, what the hell, man?
Well, they don't even care in the Republican leadership anyway. They don't seem to care that Russia interfered in the election, which basically their hair would have been on fire if it was a Democrat in the White House. But, here's the thing that I was thinking about. He's like a mobster, right? Trump. He's he's a mob guy. And yet he broke the cardinal rule of being a mobster. You don't talk about the family outside of the family.
That's right.
All right? Check out The Godfather before you go to North Korea and start bad-mouthing a former vice president of the United States.
That's right.
It's just disgraceful.
But he doesn't consider Joe Biden part of the family.
Well,
that's the problem. He seems to consider Kim Jong-un part of the family, right? Because he's I guess, said nice things about Trump. So if you say something nice about Trump, you become part of the family.
Yes.
That's what's going on, I think.
Mom's maybe had a great joke like that, but I can't do it. But it just crossed my mind. But it's kind of, is it okay now? Because I noticed that as long as he makes the joke, it's okay. It's okay. If you make the joke, it's not okay. So,
I don't think it's okay for whatever it's worth. I actually abide by what I call the Dixie Chick rule, which is when you are overseas in any capacity, which I've spoken at Parliament, and I actually had a hard rule that you don't criticize the United States or try and make it as political as possible, because I do think no matter who you are, if you guys are appearing on television, we're not president, but you are representing your country. So yes, I do have a problem with it. And like I said, I call it the Dixie Chick rule. My biggest problem with this is I think that we're, as Americans, sort of getting gaslit about Kim Jong-un a little bit. And I just want a reminder of what happens in North Korea: extermination, murder, enslavement, torture, imprisonment, rape, forced abortion, sexual violence, persecution of political, religious, racial, and gender grounds, the forcible transfer of populations, forced starvation, is one of the worst human rights violators that has ever existed, one of the worst dictators of all time. And I think the idea that we're all going to get gaslit that Kim Jong-un is still someone that we can be speaking with or having any kind of relationship with, and then at the same time anyone should give a crap what he thinks about our internal politics. We have free and fair elections in this country. You're a disgusting dictator that tortures anyone who speaks out against them. So I think that don't lose sight of that. That's my advice.
So she is talking directly to his base. I believe she is telling his base, this is the truth. Megyn is telling y'all, listen, don't let them do the okey doke on you. Because that's what you're getting when you hear that he's a nice guy and he's this and he's that. She just laid out in order who and what this guy is.
And he allegedly killed his own. And he allegedly killed his own family member. What was fascinating to me, though, was wasn't it just I think last year that Trump said that he met with Kim Jong-un? and they just fell in love.
They hit it off, yeah.
He actually said that they fell in love. What is there to love about a dictator?
Well, he
that
likes dictators. What are you
his
kidding?
own family member.
I think it's just hubris, though. I think if he's around anyone who will kiss his rear end, then it doesn't matter.
Him.
I think that they will like them. By the way, domestically and abroad, and I don't think it's, if you want something from him, just lie to him and kiss his butt and tell him he's greater than Lincoln, and you'll get what you want. But I think we should move past that. We know this. This is 2+ years into this administration. Let's continue dealing with the fact that we can't get gaslit and normalize that Kim Jong-un is any kind of rational stage actor.
But it also annoys me that he calls Joe Biden low IQ. Where are his college and high school transcripts? I know that.
I don't think people believe that.
A lot of people believe it. If he's such a stable genius, let's see the numbers.
See, I actually interpret that as Joe Biden being a threat to him.
It is a
he's
threat.
attacking him abroad.
That's true. I agree with that. But also his own appointees, his Secretary of State Tillerson called him a moron. John Kelly called him an idiot. These are the people he appoints.
Yes. Well, and you have to be pretty insecure if you send your fixer out to send letters to your colleges, to your schools, so that they can hide your grades from everyone. You've got to be pretty insecure about your own intellect.
I'm sorry?
What did he call him? Sleepy Joe. What is that supposed to mean?
It doesn't matter. This is one of his things. He calls people's names, But I just think people are tired of it. They don't care. You call people names and stuff.
Back.
Well, I mean, listen, you can get into the that's but you know what we're doing? We are in the looking around, and we want you to come back because we got more to talk about.
Later, fake book. The outrage over doctored video of Nancy Pelosi that was retweeted by the president. Why Facebook says they won't